Tonight, a new controversy about Texas history and free speech, all centering around a new book about the history of the Battle of the Alamo. Now, the book is called Forget the Alamo, The Rise and Fall of an American Myth. It's written by authors Brian Burrow, Chris Tomlinson, and Jason Stanford. And last night, an event to promote the book at the Bullock Texas State History Museum was canceled just hours before it was supposed to start. The three big Republican state leaders in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and House Speaker Dade Phelan, all serve on the board that oversees the museum. And the lieutenant governor says he called for last night's cancellation as soon as he found out about the event. Now, joining us tonight is one of Forget the Alamo's authors, Chris Tomlinson, who's also a columnist for the Houston Chronicle and the San Antonio Express-News. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Chris.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, so the book is called Forget the Alamo, The Rise and Fall of an American Myth. Tell us a little bit about this book.
Well, the title is deliberately provocative, and obviously we don't expect anyone to really forget the Alamo, but we want them to forget the myths and the legends that rose up around it. So we took a look at what actually happened in the battle, how these myths were made, who made them, and then we looked at how historians are beginning to pick apart those myths and find the truth today. And apparently that investigation into what is the truth has upset some of our state's leaders.
Now, the lieutenant governor called your book a, quote, fact-free rewriting of Texas history, end quote. What's your response to that?
Well, we have extensive endnotes. People can look up our sources. We wrote a popular history. It's not a textbook. It's lively. It's, as I said, provocative. We try to take a light touch. We try not to take ourselves too seriously, but the facts are the facts.
Now, the Bullock Museum told us that the Writers League of Texas still had the opportunity to host last night's event on their own platform, but that you and the co-authors didn't want to do that. Is that true? And if it is, why not still host the event on another platform?
We had more than 300 people registered for the event on the Bullock's platform. The cancellation came too late. We did not have time to move everyone onto a new platform to reach all the people. And we were also going to lose all of the Bullock Museum's members who wanted to hear us speak.
Well, what does last night's cancellation say to you about free speech?
You know, I spoke at the Bullock Museum about my previous book, Tomlinson Hill, which addressed many of these same myths. And I spoke twice at the Bullock. I find the lieutenant governor's decision a part of a wave of conservative oppression against people who have dissident voices, who want to tell different stories. So yes, I think it is censorship. I think it's an attempt to quash a reality, to promote a myth that frankly promotes the lieutenant governor more than the people of Texas.
All right, Chris Tomlinson, co-author of Forget the Alamo, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.